Hey, I'm Dr. Paul and welcome to our site, the New Patient Chiropractic Marketing YouTube channel. And what we cover specifically is we give a lot of free information and training on the new patients. And we certainly know how to do that. I'm Dr. Paul. I've opened 77 offices in 20 states, seeing over 600,000 patient visits a year. I've authored 10 books now, past speaker in 3 chiropractic colleges. So we know what works, what doesn't work, and what degree. And as a matter of fact, I'm the only chiropractor that teaches the S-curve of economics in the chiropractic industry. And what that is, it's the science of how and why consumers buy products and services. In other words, it's not a philosophy. It's actually what happens. And to be honest with you, that's why we were so successful. That's what we teach, that's what we did, and that's what we teach. Now, the good news is when you learn that and you actually apply it, that's when you get a lot of new patients. So a real simple example is I say, you know, there's only 8% of the population looking for chiropractors. That's the bad news. The good news is there's only 8% of the population looking for chiropractors. That's only good news if you know the marketing on how to get the 92% that's not looking. And a real simple example that I use, and I go into detail in all this, is there's 3 types of marketing: publicity, advertising, and educational sales. Only publicity and advertising will attract the 8% because there's already a perceived need. And obviously, there's a lot more details to this, but this is about as simple as it gets. Advertising and publicity will not attract none of the 92% of the population who is not seeking chiropractic care because there's no perceived need for a chiropractor. Now, they have problems. Matter of fact, 3 out of 4 of that population base has problems that are what are called gateways to chiropractic: back pain, neck pain, joint pain. They're just not looking for a chiropractor. Back pain is the second leading cause of patients going to a local medical doctor. In other words, you got back pain patients every day going by your office, going to the local medical doctors. Second leading cause of emergency room. Second leading workers' compensation injury. And that's only back pain. We're not even talking about other problems. So the good news is educational sales gets that business, and that business is way more than 8%. So if you take 3 out of 4 at 92%, you're really talking about 68% of the market versus 8%. That's how I was able to open 77 offices in 20 states, seeing 600,000 patient visits a year. We didn't wait for the 8%. That number was too small. So we teach both. We teach how to use advertising to get the 8%, but we also teach the 92%, how to use educational sales to get the 92%. And a real simple story is, if you look at it, like I always say, there's like this small little pond over here with very few fish, and the analogy is like new patients. So only 8% are looking for chiropractors. So there's this real small pond with only a few fish. And you got 98% of the chiropractors fishing in that pond because they don't know any better. Then you have this huge lake over here that's just stuffed with fish, meaning potential new patients. But they're not looking for chiropractic care. And you only have 1 or 2% of the chiropractors over there fishing, and they're just catching fish left and right. That's exactly what's happening. That's a real simple, good analogy of exactly how it works. So there's 2 different categories. So there's publicity, advertising, and educational sales. Anyway, we cover all this in the YouTube channel. We cover tips and training. And if you want more information, you can actually go to the website. It's newpatientchiropracticmarketing.com, newpatientchiropracticmarketing.com, and you can sign up there. We do some free training, and also you get regular free information. So if you really want a good idea of how marketing works relative to new patients, I'd just watch all these videos, I'd sign up for the free training, and you'll have a real good idea of exactly how it all works. And then when we do seminars or any trainings or workshops, if you're interested in increasing your new patients, you might want to come along and learn how to do that, because it creates way more business than you physically can handle. That's why I had to have 2 full-time associate doctors, seeing 300 patient visits a week, and just opened one office after another, and no problem. So anyway, so go ahead, and of course, you know, if you hit the subscribe button, then you'll get more access to it when you go on the YouTube channel. You'll see more of the videos. If you hit the alert button, you'll actually be notified. And if you go to the site, you can sign up for some free training. So it's newpatientchiropracticmarketing.com. So we look forward to hopefully seeing you in the future and helping you with your new patient marketing.